Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to another installment of the 5 o'clock reboot. You're going to notice something's a little different, something's a little off.
Yeah.
Alex is sitting in my seat, but that's because someone has vacated. Well, they didn't vacate his seat. The opposite of that.
What's going on, guys?
It's our good buddy John.
Joe's back.
I'm here.
We finally got Joseph back.
Yeah, man.
We
Good to be here.
It's good to be here, folks. Hi, how are you? We were finally talking about it, and finally we got to get you back on the podcast, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's glad to be back. You know, I've thought about it from time to time, but I've been too down bad to beg you guys. I got a good thing going here. Don't want to disrupt. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it's also pretty special too, because this is, as of us recording right now, like this week is the official anniversary of the 5 o'clock reboot.
Nice. I've been telling people that y'all been doing it for about a year now to tune in.
We've been sticking in on it, and people's just like, "What is this?" So, I feel like we deterred people from the first episode, because the first episode has like 117 views, and everything else is like 30, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I also deter from the first few. Listen in about episode 5 or 6.
Yeah, the first couple episodes are bad. We're not gonna lie to you; they're bad. But
one or two, Alex talks about the battleground and war reenactments. Those were just long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the rest of them are great.
It's so funny because it was a year ago, either this week or last week, that we were in a liquor store in Gatlinburg purchasing these two liquors. But we got 375 ml bottles, just 2 of each, because we were recording separately, which was fucking crazy. Like, to think that a year ago,
a whole year ago,
I was sitting in a corner in my closet with a mic on the carpet. Like, my mic was on the floor. Like, I wasn't holding that shit. It was just sitting there. And I was sitting in front of my computer like this, freezing half to death. Like, fucking drinking whiskey to... Thank you. To, like, you know, warm my soul.
You know what's crazy? If my math is correct, this would have been the actual day that we like bought the stuff for the 5 o'clock reboot. Because we recorded a few days before we released the first episode.
Yeah, because you like cranked that episode out.
Yeah. Like, I immediately started trying to figure out how to get everything done, and we just fucking did it and sent it out. But we have officially come to the point where Alex is going to be facing his inner demons, while Joseph and I are going to laugh at him.
Yeah. The first drink that I got sick with on the show, present today.
It's like your toxic ex. You're just like, yeah, they're here, I guess.
Yeah, no, dude, I ain't kidding. Like, I'll admit, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I was like, okay. While we were recording, I was already like blacking out on rain, and my vape had died. I was really wanting some nicotine, and I went into my little graveyard and I found the wrong vape, and I hit a little Delta 8 thing. You know what I mean? And I ended up getting sick everywhere. Like, I feel so bad for you for having to edit that shit out.
Well, see, here's the thing. I never heard you get sick. And your stuff was like cranked. Like, so after we made you get the switch to the snowball, your audio was fine. But before that, like, your audio was hardcore cranked at all times. So I always had to like lower your volume. And I even listened to you at regular volume first so that I could be like, okay, so this is where I need to drop that down, pull this up, yada, yada, yada. But eventually I was just like, that's no longer necessary. But I never heard you get sick.
Thank God.
Now, I did hear you get sick those past couple of weeks ago.
I don't know how this man does not get sick lightly.
Well, I have yet to get sick on the podcast. which is impressive.
Kudos, a year.
Yeah, for a whole year.
Tonight's the night, buddy.
This is the night that I will be celebrating.
I'm celebrating. We're gonna celebrate hard tonight. Like,
Yes.
you came on a good one.
I expect these bottles to be gone. We're going to be having a whole smorgasbord about it. I want to kind of go down memory lane a little bit, but also we still have to talk about our week.
Absolutely. Whenever I think about memory lane, I always just think about fucking that elephant,
Just-
man.
That elephant who just had it coming. But so today, obviously, you can see it. We're drinking Screwball, and Rain. Rain is the arch nemesis of Alex, but I felt it was right to be able to enjoy the first two drinks that we bought together. We actually went in together and bought these at the same time. So I find these drinks to be possibly the most special drinks that we've had.
Absolutely. Even though one of them is the bane of my existence and is the vodka that's in the bushes.
It's straight up that last SWAT guy that just
Yeah, it's that one that tackles you. You know what I mean? And it's that one that kicks you in the dick. But we've had a lot of redemptions
we've had a lot of
on
redemptions.
this show recently. We could have a good thing come from tonight. Because, this shouldn't die.
Shouldn't.
This shouldn't die. I got it today.
Proceeds to die immediately.
Sucks her dry.
But we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way, the way that we did it back in the day. We're gonna do first one's free. We're not gonna sip it from the bottle, but we're going to try our first one's free. Let's see how our palates have changed over the year.
Yes. Hold on. My gain's up a little bit more than yours. So, without further ado, I'm not opening it yet.
Let's go. See.
The opening of the Screwball.
I got that on my mic. So, Screwball is a peanut butter whiskey that we started this podcast off with many, many days ago. Hold. There. Ooh.
No, this is a double shot. So I'll put it back.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like he's really giving it the beans.
Man, I'll take this one.
I'll take it.
But it's not your Scully boy.
Put that in there.
I'm not afraid.
Put that in there.
I'm not ashamed.
Screwball. Yeah.
And you were like, wow.
Yeah, that's not a shot. That's a shot and a half.
Shit, give me a little guy.
Fuck.
God.
That's why I picked that guy. I picked that guy because half is half, but I'm thinking a little less than half.
The shot.
That's a shot.
Guy.
This is a little guy.
Average.
Shot. So I remember telling Alex, like, in the beginning, I was like, I don't know how I feel about Screwball, because I was like, I don't think peanut butter needs to be a liquid form. I didn't enjoy the thought. But after drinking it, it wasn't that bad.
I haven't had it on its own. to be
Yeah.
honest. But I've had it in drinks, and it wasn't like an unpleasant.
It's not dominant.
Yeah.
I expected it to be heavily dominant.
It's honestly kind of smooth for what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And as a reminder, it is, in fact, 35%. So this is 70 proof. Right, boys? First one's free. Gotcha.
Tastes like buttered popcorn.
What did you say?
Fuck you for that.
That is weird.
Actually, hold on. Let it breathe. Kettle corn.
Kettle corn.
Kettle corn. That's better.
That straight up tastes like kettle corn. Wow. Weird.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm so
That's
glad
warm
that
as-
that's. Oh,
It's very warm.
no, bro, you're
Now,
good. Let 'em
for
fly.
the screwball, we've got a couple of different ideas that I wanted to do because we were just drinking this straight, just downing it out. However, this go round, we have planned a little something more special. It is officially winter time. It's cold. It's fucking freezing outside. So I figured we could get some drinks to help warm our bellies. This will be an excellent time for you two to do a bit of a catching up while I prepare the drinks. Unless you want to just drink it as is, warm.
I'm down to mix it. Probably gonna have another shot as well, but definitely am gonna mix it because we didn't mix this with anything last time, and I feel like this with what we have in mind is gonna be great. I will say I do need to read the nutrition stuff.
You're
on the box.
newt counting?
Huh?
You're newt counting?
No, I'm not counting. No. Fuck no. No. But I can't remember if that stuff has like whey or anything. It shouldn't have whey. It'll be fine. Are you able to have hot chocolate? Like with water?
No, do we want to make a hot chocolate or do you just want to have mix water with the powder and just drink it as is?
I'm down to mix water with the powder.
It's up to you guys. Because I can make us 3 mugs right now, toss it in the microwave, and she'd be ready to go.
I ain't sure. You know what?
Okay.
Let's
Wait,
do it.
what were
Let's
you
do it.
arguing?
We were arguing?
You were making a case for
we were talking about making hot chocolate, like whether or not.
Like whey protein?
Oh shit.
Oh
You mean wheat?
Wheat.
no way.
But like, whey is a variant of
Listen, nerd.
wheat.
All right, I'm gonna go make the hot water and everything real quick. So I'll be right back. In the meantime, Alex, tell everyone about your day. Tell everyone about your week.
Okay. So, I think I told you a little bit about this. But, I encountered old ladies this week. I mean, like,
Not even the good kind?
like raunchy old ladies.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, not one of those, like, oh, let me get that for you, sweetie. One of those, like, why don't you fucking bend over and I'll stick my cane in your ass? You know, stuff like that. Oh, yeah. I don't want us to get banned.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
God, yeah, the first line, the fucking
Yeah,
stick
first
your
line.
cane.
Just stick my cane. And this elephant, so it's okay. But anyway, no. They were there, and I was like, with this whole room of people, and they were trying to like sneak past me, and I was like having to like keep them in this area. So things were fine in the beginning, you know. I was like, oh, you know, we're just playing. I was like, guys, you'll be getting to move on in just a minute. But shit went down in the next area, and I was unaware of it. Hardcore unaware of it. I was with them for double the amount of time I was supposed to be, which means I was in a room with them for 40 minutes.
They were trying to get some,
And
bro.
a fuck ton of other groups, dude. Like, I come in, like, I'm standing there and I'm talking with them, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go talk to these other people, and they're like, we're just gonna go on in. And I said, no, you're not. I was like, that's a surefire way to be on be in the bad square. And they weren't having it. So, like, I basically had to shun the rest of this room for these old ladies. You
You're
know
about
what I
to
mean?
say the naughty list, weren't you?
I was about to say
That's
the
what
naughty
came
list.
to your mind, weren't you?
I was about to say the whole ass fucking naughty list. It's that time of year.
But you probably wasn't appropriate for the conversation.
No, yeah, no. I don't want to think about that word in that kind of connotation with those ladies.
Jeez.
They were being naughty. I hate that word. I hate that fucking word. That is the worst word ever. Have I been naughty?
Oh my God.
Fucking get out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, I felt the hesitation. I knew you were about to say it. You're like the bad bad square.
The bad square. But no, but come to find out, after they like left me and we're in the next place, the next like set of people was fucking awesome. They like listened. It was awesome. Like, not only did I have those 4 old ladies though, but I had this kid that was literally running from his grandmother. This one was like different. She wasn't as old as the other ladies. Oh fuck. Don't burp that shit. But this kid was running for like 40 straight minutes, and she would like chase him for 20 minutes. No, she would chase him for like 15 minutes, and then she would like catch him and pick him up and like hold him in air jail. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and like she would catch the kid, and the kid would scream for like 5 minutes, and then she'd be like, you can't be running around, and the kid just not hearing a word. While I'm here dealing with these 4 old ladies being like, I'm just gonna go on in. And I'm like, no, you're not. And they're like, I'm gonna fucking take my titties out. And I'm like, stop it. And like, you know, then she would set the kid down and the kid would run around again. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm seeing all this happen, getting these 4 freaking, I don't even know what to call them. I can't think of it. What? Hellions. Yeah. Well, I was trying to think of an animal, you know, because like, I don't want to, you know, hellion is associated with human, and it was not human behavior. Oh my gosh.
Very old cougars.
Cougars. Oh my God, probably. Anyway, to hear tell, when they got into the next place, they were trying to fucking flash people. Dead ass. Like, I was talking to my friend that was dealing with him, and like, they kept like going like, huh, about to like show something off, you know? And she was like, I had to stop them. I was like, oh my God, what'd you do? She was like, I just said, please don't. I was like, and that worked? I was like, please don't, got me laughed at for 40 minutes. Oh my God. But I do think that it's very cute that them like threatening to hoist their shirt up was something that like of a threat, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, really and truly, they should have just tried to like roll their britches up past their knees, you know, to show them off. Oh gosh. Then they asked for stickers to cover their nipples, and that's just too much. So that was the most interesting day in my week. That's fresh
insane.
hell. Yeah. Yeah.
No fucking way. No.
Yeah.
Not let them old ladies talk to me that way.
I tried to not. Like, and I was trying
Whatever,
everything.
You were humoring it too. You know
I was kind of feeding off of it a little bit, because like they were angry, but they were trying to have fun.
Elf, aren't you?
No, there wasn't none of that. There wasn't none of that shit. No, they weren't like, you're a pretty boy. I was like, you know, they were like, you're a little tubby shit, ain't you?
Oh my God.
And I was like, yeah. Like, yeah, I eat a lot of shit I shouldn't. And they're like, I bet you do, don't you? Like, eat gravy and biscuits? I'm like, yeah, you want to make some, Granny? And they just lose their mind.
Yeah, I'll just shut up. I'll just shut up.
I'm just letting you know you're getting picked up on my mic right now. Look at the little beads he's making on my computer right now. Those little beads. That's his. That has like the plankton vibes, you know. What was it? Oh, it was part of an episode, and there was this old lady, and she was fussing at plankton, and she was like, you shouldn't. You're not gonna talk to my grandson that way. Or she said, you need to be in a mental hospital. And he goes, he's like, someone needs to put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
Grandma.
That's my day of the week. My day of the week. Oh my gosh, man. God. I was running
Getting
around fixing
bullied
shit.
by lady old women.
Oh my gosh, dude. It was fucking crazy.
I can tell that we've had kind of like a similar week too. So, not to get kind of sad right off the bat, but so I am going on a trip in about 2 weeks, roundabout. I'm going up to Michigan, and I made it like a mission to stop and see my Aunt Peach. She passed away quite a long time ago, but I'm making it a mission. We're making a detour to Muncie, Indiana. We're gonna go to her gravesite. I'm gonna leave some stuff there for her.
Pretty sweet, yeah.
But we were hitting some like some feelies, and I was dealing with all this stuff just in my brain turmoil, and one of my coworkers was being just a little shitbag. So I'm already agitated. I'm already in a heightened state of emotion.
Yeah.
And I've got my Monster can sitting right here. And I'm watching a video on my phone. And he can see that I am watching a video on my phone. And it's leaning up against this little clipboard. And he goes to move it. And he's like, I am so sorry. Blah, 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 blah. And like jokingly, I'm like, you motherfucker. I pick up a Sprite and I slam it down on the other side of the table away from my drink. And it launches my Monster into the air, slings the Monster all over me, and it pours into my lap. And I just like looked down, defeated. And I was just like, I deserve that. I was like, there's no rhyme or reason for why I should have acted like that. This is my punishment. And without getting too graphic, I had to sit out in the hallway with a heater on my gooch.
The gooch?
Damn.
to dry off the whole
so
nether region.
unfortunate.
I bet I taste fantastic right now. Anyway, I'm gonna go get that hot water.
I hate. Damn. So how was your week, bro?
Wow.
Anything fucking crazy?
Yes.
Oh my god. That look of. Yes.
Holy shit. The last 2 weeks have been just wild.
Damn, bro.
Way too much tequila in my system. Not enough good judgment.
That tends to happen with tequila, man.
Yeah. I have made it into all of my shifts.
Nice. That's pretty big for having tequila.
Dude, I was fucked up. Manager sent me home for like 2 hours, like a week ago. He was like, you need to go home. And I was like, thank you. He was like, be back for your shift in 2 hours. And I was like, deal. Let me go home. So
That's so
it was
kind.
the only fucking time, dude. I was so happy.
Dude, that is super kind.
Shit, I do my job. Clock in.
Hell yeah. That's all they can ask of you, man. Fork it all. Now where are the packets?
I believe they are off to the right.
Damn. Hey, could you see if there's a grocery bag over to your right there, big guy?
In further news, I did run my first 5K.
Nice.
So my first ever 5K. I ran with my mother. Huh?
What was
The time?
Did you
Yeah, what
time
was-
it?
Oh, yes. So I actually have an official certificate on my phone. I ran 42 minutes, 43 seconds, and 7 milliseconds.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
I hated my life. So I wore,
Is that 3.5 miles?
it's 3 miles.
3 miles.
I wore this,
Oh my god.
Oh,
a
my
Bucky's
God.
onesie.
Insert that shit.
Yeah. I also took a few videos. I took 2 videos in total. One was just of me running. Did you rip the perforation? Did you not watch Salmonella?
I
I
forgot.
love salmonella, dude.
I forgot about the letter to Swiss Miss.
2 packets per cup.
I forgot.
You barbarian.
I know. Fucking take me out back.
Here, pop, pop.
I'm sorry. The 5 o'clock reboot. How to make hot chocolate.
First, open the packet.
Open the packet. Step 2. Pour the packet in.
Congratulations, you've made hot chocolate.
Step 3, set your shit down. Step 4, pick up packet number 2 if you're using Swiss Miss. Step 3, rip that shit. Oh, that sounds horrible.
Proceeds to boost the volume of it.
My gain is up so high right now.
Oh, you're gonna talk about a wild time? You're gonna hear about something. So last night, I got off work, and we won't talk about what we were doing because
yo.
I get you.
yeah, it was me and the boys. We were out back shooting the breeze, and everybody just decided to pile in my car, and wild as fuck lately, and my boy Carter gets in the back seat, and he's like, I feel like I'm sitting somebody's kids right now. And I said, wait a minute, get the fuck up right now. I forgot the evidence in the back seat cup holder.
Now,
That was such an awkward conversation because I hadn't had it with the boys at work yet.
what kind of evidence are we? Because see, I heard
The rubbers.
Huh?
The rubbers.
Condominiums, brother.
They all knew shit was going on. I mean, like, we're not like high school fucking women, but like, they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh, sorry, boys. I just, too much tequila, forgot they were there, then went to work. You know what I'm saying? It was an honest mistake. But before somebody, found out before I did, I was like, get out of the car. I'll clean it up. At least I made somewhat good.
That's funny.
All right, lads. I'm gonna pour us whatever you want to put in it. I'm filling mine up, even though it's
Not yet. That
dude,
one
this
will
peanut
crack.
butter.
That one we're gonna crack after
This peanut butter's
Oh,
gonna
we're going all the way that one first?
I'm gonna do my damnedest.
Okay.
This peanut butter's gonna be balling in that hot chocolate.
Okay,
What do you
go for
bet? It'll be like a damn Reese's. How much do you want?
You said Darius is a shot and a half?
Dairy's is a shot and a half, yeah.
Yeah, only one of his in there. Don't mind.
I say mine's a double, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much is in there right now, but I filled it to the brim. I left enough space for us to put a good amount in.
The bottle's about to be half gone. What is this?
I believe that might be hot chocolate.
Fuck me. I shit my knee.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Damn it all.
Yeah, it's hot chocolate.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, you didn't get too terrible, so I can clean that up. It's not the worst thing you've done on my couch.
Can't
I don't
take
wanna
this
talk about
motherfucker anywhere.
I don't want to talk about the shit I've done on your couch, okay?
You want to talk about some shit? This motherfucker cost me $300 in damage. For acid stains all over my walls because he projectiled all over the bathroom.
I tried so hard.
And then decided that he would try to clean it all up in paper towels and threw it in the toilet. Clogged up the toilet, and there was like a quarter of an inch to like a half inch of water standing in my bathroom when I woke up. And I was like, bro, I'm going to work. Have this shit cleaned up when I get back.
And I did.
He did.
To his credit,
I was like, I was not gonna leave your place and drive 2 hours and leave it in disarray.
Dude, my ex was so mad at you. Oh my god.
I didn't mean to. Okay, so to be fair, I thought I was playing it super safe. I remember the night. I was sitting on your little couch, and it was reclining, right? And I was feeling a little queasy. I'll admit it. I was like, okay, I know. And I knew that your couch was like a pain in the ass to like get the thing back up, right? Like if you lay back, you're not
to
getting
mention
up.
our friends, like this is like a 3-seater couch and the 2 ends. Our friend is passed out already for 2 hours just laying there, calmed.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and you went up to bed, and I was like looking on my phone, and I was like, I don't feel good. I was like, I'm not gonna lay this thing back, feeling this way, because I know if I do, it's gonna go bloop bloop bloop, and I'm not gonna be able to get up, right? So I wait a minute, and I'm like, okay. And I was like, I think it's passed. I think it's passed. So I kick the feet out, and I'm chilling, and I'm like, okay, good. We're good? Good. And I'm like looking on my phone, still just doing my thing, and I say, okay, time to get some shut-eye. So I prop my feet on it, and I kick it back, and as soon as I kick it back, it does the fucking blip blip blip, and I go, no! So I'm like scrambling because I'm flat, and the thing won't sit back up, and I'm trying to get up, and I'm about to hurl, and I'm do the thing. I finally get the thing. I don't even get the thing shut. I just get it like sat back up enough for me to like roll my happy ass out of this couch. I get to the bathroom, hurling into my hand. I'm like, and it's going on the door, and I finally get in there because I was like this. That's the reason it was all over the walls, right? I wasn't just like,
You turned into a pressure washer, just.
Yeah, I wasn't like, you know.
You would have fooled everybody by the stains.
Dude, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It was just a fucking
Bro.
spray.
Oh my god. Dude, this man, I'm telling you, you open the bathroom door and like from wall to wall. This is like a 4x2 bathroom, 4x3 at max. And it's sprayed from wall to wall all the way around. There's a clear acid stain. And it's like at least 4 inches long the entire way. And I don't, maybe it might have been like smearing when he was cleaning it. I don't know.
I did try to clean the walls. I like had paper towels, and I was like,
but it was fucked, dude. My parents were even like, what fucking happened? When they came to clean it, and I was like, don't even ask.
Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, they came to clean it when I moved out, and it's just, yeah.
I still feel really bad about that. I've done so much shit at your house. I got sick at your house so many fucking times. So many times.
Alex is just like, it's like the pain in your eyes right now. Just like, I feel bad for you because you're just like, I'm such a wreck. And it's not even like my fault.
Like I'm a burden. You know what I mean? Like I try to be a good time, like whenever I'm out drinking and stuff and like having fun with my buddies. But like that good time, like you got to keep that thing going. And it's just I don't have I don't have the timing all the time. So like I push the good time too far, and then by the time everyone's like, "All right, I'm kind of sobering up," I'm still over here. Woo!
You got like three hours left, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I gotta fucking fill my tank. Is what I do, and that's what we're doing tonight. I mean, Jesus Christ. Fuck.
There's only one specific instance that I've ever thrown up at a person's house that wasn't my own, and it was due to drinking. It was Jack Daniels and Little Caesar's Pizza.
Ooh.
So it was Coke, Jack. Not a good mixture at all.
Definitely not. Listen, getting sick on pizza is the worst.
Yeah, it did not taste good coming back up.
It never does. And like, oh my God, I feel bad for anyone who's like turning this on like while you're like on your lunch break at work. Could you imagine that just being like, oh man, I wonder what the 5 o'clockers are doing right now, and it's just,
We're talking about throwing up off a Little Caesar's Pizza, and they're just like,
thank God I just bring a roll of cheese.
My uncle told me something the other day. It was a couple weeks ago now, but we're not gonna mention that. Like we were talking about money, and talking about like marriage and all this other kind of stuff. He said he has a buddy that like works construction. He says, I get a paycheck. He says, I take it to my wife, and she puts a slice of cheese in my lunchbox every day. I was like, whoa. So I just imagine this guy eating a fucking Kraft single being like,
I love a cheese single.
God damn, this marriage is good.
Munching on his cheese single.
Sorry, that does not need to be said.
After busting ass for like 4 to 5 hours, being like, I love my life. Yum.
Graph shingles.
Graph shingles.
cheese single.
I love a cheese single.
Well, shit, that might be enough.
So speaking of married couples and interesting dialogue, today at work,
Yeah.
Let's hear it. I feel like I've been silent for too long.
I feel like I'm a villain with that laugh. That just happened.
so today at work, I was running a tasting tour, and there's always a particular joke that I have for like one of our drinks. It's like an American pride drink. And so I always say, this will be the most American thing you've ever put in your mouth unless you happen to be dating a soldier or a sailor.
Oh.
And that always geeks him out. And this lady's like, I dated a guy from the Navy. I said, it's probably going to taste exactly like it. You know, just playing into the joke a little bit. And she takes the shot and she looks at me. She's straight faced. She goes, that tastes nothing like Navy gravy.
Damn, what'd you fire back? What did you fire back?
I had nothing. I dropped character. I was geeking for like 5 minutes. I had to compose myself. And even then I kept like jabbing back at her, just poking back. I was like, yeah, this
you
is right
stole
here.
The show right here. I have to get you back.
She's like, we have like a cream liqueur that we pour. She's like, ooh, this even looks like Navy gravy. And I was like, yeah, it's probably going to taste like it too.
Jesus Christ.
I was just feeding into it. And her friends were so embarrassed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God. She was like, that's my aunt-in-law. That's my aunt-in-law. Now, you have showed us a side of her that we've never seen before. And I'm just like, glad to be of service.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Holler at me.
Oh my God.
Come on, you're thinking it. Come on.
Your dad ass is over here like, gummit, please.
Gummit. I do tell people that I'm always looking for, I tell people that the cream liqueurs are thick and rich the same way that I love my women. Ask them if they happen to know any. I always take applications and phone numbers. Hopefully that they're a doctor, because I'm trying to retire yesterday.
Right, that one.
She's just kind of like, I'm not a doctor. But I'm like, no. Navy gravy.
Navy gravy.
No, you try and take the money.
Hey, if the money's good. I'm kidding.
Well,
I'm trying to retire yesterday.
Trying to retire yesterday. Oh, I just I have a hard time. I have a hard time with gravy as the euphemism, especially after that picture you showed me earlier. The gravy fountain.
Gravy. Ugh.
It was a biscuit and gravy fountain. This person had a biscuit.
I hate you for fucking saying even anything according to gravy.
Dude, how do you
After
think
that story?
How do you think I felt just
That's what I'm saying.
scrolling through it?
You
And in the
motherfucker.
back of my mind, I'm just hearing Navy gravy. Navy gravy. As I'm seeing this biscuit and gravy fountain, I'm just like, first off,
Jesus.
I was like, first off,
See, that's what I was just trying to get him away from. Talking about food and then Navy gravy. You know what I'm saying?
bro, I was like, first off, where do you get off making a gravy fountain? Second off, Navy gravy, Navy gravy, Navy gravy, nightmare.
I've heard Noah does that shit.
Wake me up, wake me up.
I've
Wake
seen
me up, wake me
Noah
up.
do that shit to his fucking to his cat one day because it was being mean. Like it was scratching up something that it wasn't supposed to be scratching up. And he went, Bella, and he goes over running towards his cat and he goes, nightmare. And this cat loses its shit. It just starts like and just
nightmare.
Jesus Christ. God, how do you scare a cat into something like that?
He's just
Jesus.
fucking nightmare.
Dude, have you fucking seen like the Captain Marvel? Like,
Sorry.
possibly, in my opinion, worst Marvel movie.
Yeah, see, so I didn't like it because it didn't hit home. And then you had like the cat. The cat was just like, wow.
What audience are you playing to at this point? You're just, okay, just like the Eternals movie that came out.
The Eternals movie was just
But this,
weird.
You're playing to this world's audience, but this world wasn't important enough for the characters in this movie.
I thought
take
about
my
it.
hands off because there's some people that suck it off a little bit, but I'm like, come on. Man.
I only liked it because of like the premise of their powers were kind of cool. Like they each have like specific powers that they were able to use. But I was also just like,
But you were too important to save our world. I get it.
I get it.
Whatever.
I was like,
You're playing to the script.
I was like, who asked?
But to bring it back to Captain Marvel, cats are fucking Flurgan or whatever.
Flurgan.
Dude, cats are something else.
Dude, there was a cat that was hanging out outside of my house. Cats, that thing scared the fuck out of me one day. Cause like, it was late at night, and it wasn't like meowing or nothing like that. It was just jumping from shit on my porch, knocked over the table outside, and I was like, "Oh God, the bear's back!" And like, I go out
You're
there.
like, honey, get the shotgun.
No, I like fucking peek through the blind, and this damn thing's making direct eye contact with me, like it knew I was gonna be there.
What's up?
Yeah,
Yo, what up?
does.
You're running onto my crib now, boy. Meow meow.
Get the fuck me out. You know what I'm saying?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch
God
me out.
damn. I'm not as quick as y'all motherfuckers. I could not think of something like that right now.
Jesus.
I just imagine it has like that red wig on. Catch me outside. How about that?
Now I'm
Yeah,
just
sit
thinking.
right in the chair with Dr. Phil.
Now I'm just thinking about fucking Garfield with a pair of boxing gloves on right now.
Dude, we went. Everything just went so left field. From where we started.
I was gonna say that's usually how this ends up going.
Yeah.
Navy gravy to pussy. Here we are.
Whoa.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, no, I've always had like a huge affinity towards cats because growing up, I've always been surrounded by cats. Don't get me wrong, I love dogs. Dogs are cute as shit. I love them, but like cats have like a special thing with me.
Dogs are a little much, but yeah. Like,
Well, they can be.
I have one of my own, but cats are never.
They're just vibe.
Yep.
They're just vibe. And if they love you enough, if you keep to like a schedule, like a repetition schedule, they'll do your activities with you.
Yep.
That's why they sit on like keyboards and stuff, because they see you always messing with the keyboard, so they want to be like you. They're like a little awkward about it because they're just like,
My ex bought my ex's cat would always sit on her computer, so she bought her a little fake computer, and her cat would always sit on the fake computer while she did her homework. It was fucking cute as hell.
I love cats.
That cat scared the fuck out of me one night because I was wasted.
That cat had some demon time.
I was wasted. Like you guys were at work. I was there by myself. In this strange land. And I'm sitting on this couch, propped out, drunk to fuck. And I had ordered some food, like DoorDash, because I wasn't going nowhere, you know. And I was like, oh my God. Like, how am I going to talk to this guy whenever he gets here? And then I was like, what if this isn't a guy? I was like, what if this is like a horrible human who's gonna like try to break in and shit? What if it's the DoorDash Donner? You know what I'm saying?
The DoorDash Donner. I was thinking the hash slinging slasher. The bash binging, the scash slinging.
Dude, dead ass. What if he's the DoorDash Donner and gonna kill me and eat me? You know what I'm saying? For his own sustenance.
The
What if-
DoorDash Dahmer. At
Oh,
night.
you know, it's so wild that there's Dahmer, you know, that eater, and then you've also got the Donner Party, Donner and Dahmer. Oh my God, history repeating itself.
You've got the Donner Eater. Then you have Peter, the Pumpkin Eater.
Then we also have the Peter Eater, and that's all about Navy gravy.
Where were we at?
That was just an excellent callback that I will call out right now.
This is going places, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
gonna raise this mic because this mic, much like I get droopy issues sometimes, Derek.
That tends to happen.
Where you going?
He's coming around the mountain when he comes. Oh, there it is.
That
Small.
actually picked up on my. Sorry, I did not mute this.
I don't like you here, and I don't want you here. Me too, buddy.
Speaking of me too, buddy, who's ready for another?
I'm about done with mine. I'm gonna keep talking.
I've been done with my boys.
Yeah, Joseph actually beat us, which is a huge accomplishment because usually I slurp them down. He's over here drinking it like a kid.
Love it. You were too, motherfucker. You have the double-handed cup. What are you talking about?
I was hitting it with the hitting him with the
The whole time.
Hitting
And
him
then
with
you
the-
set it down like this, like you don't have both hands on it the whole fucking time.
He needed the extra support. Leave him
No,
alone.
that's fine. But I'm not letting him call you out.
You leave him alone. He needs the extra support.
Place, Alex.
Every guest is like, Alex, you're fired. Alex, you fucking bitch. It's so
Alex,
great.
get the fuck out.
I love it.
You're just like,
And like, guys, I know that it seems staged, but I swear to God, it's not. Genuinely, it's not. It just happens.
we all just roast. We just roast Alex.
So Alex is this guy. No, I'm just kidding. I will say, while I did have both hands on the weapon, I wasn't over here fucking going.
At least we can say you did do it once tonight.
I finished.
Oh.
That's more than she can say.
Oh.
Hey.
Not with me. Damn. Whoa. Whoa.
Anyway, more hot chocolate, gentlemen.
Do you want another, or do you want to just drink some whiskey?
We can.
What do you want?
I've been meaning to ask. I mean, I figured case of some sort, but I was wondering when you use it.
Oh, the OJ.
OJ is not for the screwball.
No, I figured. No. But I mean, I thought we were drinking both at the same time earlier, but
No, we're. This is a big day. It's a big day. I will be doing my best to keep up with you guys. I'm a slow drinker. I've come to realize I'm a social drinker, so I will be doing my best to drink as much as humanly possible. But if we don't want to do another hot chocolate, I have ice. So now we can drink whiskey on the
I
rocks.
do have maybe a couple
Offers.
Oh, fuck.
The cardinal sin.
before I got it. Yeah,
now-
I told her I needed to stop, but
Behold the ice tray.
I am very excited about this. I'm gonna pour a couple of these into my glass.
Ice dropping ASMR. Hallelujah. Let me show you something.
That looked like it was taking a shit.
Just
Like that looked like a constipated. Like if somebody could get that and edit like a guy going over it.
just a cup. It's not even at the bottom of the glass.
But your whiskey will have to go past the glass to get to
That's
you.
true. We're gonna do 2 cubes.
Also, I'm drinking mine in my mug.
I'm drinking mine in a glass.
I mean, you can. Oh.
Yeah. Touch it.
Yeah, put chocolate all over it. I got you. I'm Iceman.
Iceman.
I'm not Iceman. Oh, fuck. That's
That was
actually
probably too
about
much.
2 shots. I think. You want any, big guy? I'm not gonna force nothing on you.
yeah.
ice.
You want some ice?
Here, I'll actually step away for a second. I'll break this up.
So, calling back to some of our older episodes, I remember whenever this was but an idea. Whenever we first began doing this, like the concept, the idea was back in, what are you doing? Oh,
Making sure I don't spill it.
that's smart, actually. We were actually playing D&D, and I was just like spitballing an idea. I was like, I don't really do podcasts, but I was like, you know, it'd be really cool if we did a podcast.
I'm not gonna fucking lie. Alex told me about that shit the night after, like the day after. He was like, dude, my friend Derek talks about starting a podcast. Dude, I'm so down. I want to do it so bad. I'm so excited. I was like, go for it, man.
We had 2 other people that we were going to have on our podcast, but we clearly just did not have the room for it, and we just didn't have the resources for it. But as time went on, we were just kind of like, you know, it'd be really cool if we did a podcast. And so the planning kind of came and gone. Ooh, that's precarious. But once we started like getting like heavily into it, we finally got down to like brass tacks, and we're like, all right, so how are we going to do this? What's the premise? Why are we doing this?
I was drunk whenever we had our first serious conversation about it. Like, I was actually wasted. And you texted in that group chat, and I was going to bed, and I DM'd you, and I was like, hey, what we doing?
What is this thing called? 5 o'clock.
Hey, bro, mine's in this. Dump her out. Just fucking finish me. Give me that thing. No. Okay, give me that bottle.
Allow me one reset. Allow me once. Fuck you, Derek. Allow me one.
I loved the whole. You were like the
Why
look of,
isn't this coming out?
the genuine confusion of like, what the fuck? Like, what witchcraft is this? The thing was like turned full vertical.
And then like I Raven portaled in my eye back to like me screwing the cap on, and I was like, oh fuck.
You're like, fuck. Shit, okay.
Damn
I was
it.
wondering what was going
Damn
on.
it.
But I was like, I'm gonna let him go.
Just see how this goes. I love that we both just like.
As soon as you both got quiet, I was like, what am I doing wrong? Oh fuck.
But I'm glad that I caught you though.
Damn.
Because I would have hated to
That
be
was
double
awful.
fisting. But look at this shit. That is
He's
all
got a
whiskey.
nice one going there. I needed to.
You want some?
Yeah, I got mine. Man.
You want some more?
No. So I poured it in the air.
No. I was just thinking whenever you were over there doing that and you went, I was like, I want to be where he is.
No, I went like this because I realized what I'd done.
That was
That
so
was a
funny.
bug.
It was just like, what the fuck?
You saw me. I was like, what the fuck?
He's just
Listen, bro. I mean, I've pissed before I've undone my pants. I know how it goes.
Yeah, let's go back to 30 minutes.
Let's go back to 3-4 weeks ago. We've narrowed it down to that. So like we have narrowed it down to at some point in time, Alex got up in the middle of the night, thought that he had to piss, did have to piss, sat in this very chair, did not drop trowel, pissed his pants, and went back to bed.
I don't remember any of it.
That's why I wish I
That's
would have had
so
my security cam set up.
unfortunate. Jesus.
It was. And I woke him up. This is our like 3rd or 4th week in a
Hey,
row
Mom.
talking about it.
Hey, Dad, I pissed my pants.
No, I went in
Wake
there and
up.
I was like, hey, Derek, buddy, because he was sleeping, and I was like, where's your cleaning supplies? And he says, what cleaning supplies? And I said, oh no.
The upholstery cleaner.
He's
Okay, so I've
Wake
had
the
to clean,
fuck up, mommy.
I've had to clean piss out of a few things. Okay. I've had to clean piss out of a few things. Okay. This is not my first rodeo.
It's really not something to be.
I'm not proud. I'm not proud. I'm smiling out of anxiety. I don't want you to think that should go on a shirt. I'm smiling out of anxiety.
I'm smiling out of anxiety. It's just a picture of you just.
I just
Oh my
your
god.
sweat's pouring down your face. Just.
Yeah. No, but I'm smiling out of anxiety. Dead ass. I pissed at Jesse's house. But like I caught myself. Right? I was like, I remember it because I was having a dream that I went into his bathroom and legit just like fucking, huh. And then I woke up and I was like, fuck. And I caught it and ran to the bathroom. And then I was like, oh, dude. I was like, I'm so sorry. I peed a little bit on your couch. And he was like, I've got a kid. It's all good. I was like, I know you've got a kid. I'm not a kid. That is grown man alcohol pee. Like, I was like,
That is grown man alcohol.
I was like, let me take care of it. So like, I took to cleaning, and I got that shit out. I think. I hope.
One can only.
God. We are going places right now.
It's been about an hour. We have covered so many bases.
This episode's gonna run a little long. But the screwball bottle is empty.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Skibby dee beep bop beedo doo.
Oh my god. Fuck.
We may, for the sake of your health, may cut you short at a certain point.
fuck off.
I also don't want you pissing or throwing up on my couch next.
I don't do that shit.
Next week we're just like, so Alex and Joseph both pissed and shit on my couch.
No, I didn't
I
bring my
will
water
physically
bottle.
pass out before I get to that point.
I believe it or not, I didn't bring my water with me. Because that, I believe, is the culprit.
That was the culprit. Because you, whenever I saw you pick it up, you picked it up like it was supposed to have weight. You're like, this was full when I brought it here.
Yeah, because it's a 32-ounce water bottle, and it was full after we got done recording. Like, immediately after we got done recording, it was full. And I remember looking on my phone for a minute and, like, taking a couple sips out of the bottle. And then waking up to piss everywhere. That's my frame of reference right now.
Sounds about right.
And I peed before I went to bed. Oh my gosh. Like, I never peed the bed as a kid. The only time that I peed the bed as a kid was actually my mother's bed. I got up and went into their room in the morning, right? Because she hadn't got up yet. It was her day off. And I woke up and I was like, oh, she's not awake, so I'll go lay with her. And she was up by the time this happened, thank God. But I had a dream that I went to her bathroom and like I was standing at her toilet. I had the little fucker aimed and stains were made, you know? Golly, man. I had a weird dream the other night. Y'all ever have weird dreams?
Yeah.
So this is the part where I tell you I've had perpetual nightmares since I was like 12.
We've
That's
talked
awful.
about this.
Yes.
We've talked about this
Like in
extensively.
the manner that you can control them?
No. So it's a little dark, but
Same
like
one? Or
every night,
every
like- every night since I was 12, I've had night terrors, and these are like awful. And I don't know what it is. Like, there's only a few things that I can do to like control that or mitigate that. And as awful as it sounds, drinking is one of them. So it's this weird thing that every single night I just have like really fucked up dreams. People who I care about and love and things like that get murked. And I just sit there and watch, and then they murk me. And it actually got so bad once that I actually had to call out of school. I was not able to go to school because I had a dream that someone was digging a knife into my stomach and pulling out my innards. And I woke up and I had strained my abdominal muscles. Like I could not get out of bed. And so I was like, I have a stomach ache. I can't go to school. I need to stay in bed. And
Damn.
yeah, and this has been since I was 12. So like there was like a certain point where I was just like, this is normal now. So like, I'm not afraid to sleep, but I also don't sleep a lot. And it's why I'm always tired, because I'm waking up 15 times a night from a night terror of something happening to me or someone who I love and care about. And so like people tell me that I need to go to like a doctor or something for it. I'm just like, for them to tell me what I already know, like,
Yeah.
what are they going to prescribe me something? I don't take prescription pills because I just don't. Like if I have a headache, I'll take like a Tylenol. That's about it. But yeah, no, ever since I was 12, that's what's been happening. And
Damn.
after a while, you just got to get used to it. It's weird. like,
No, but shit.
like you're just kind of like, well, that sucked. Off to work.
I don't know. I feel like that shit's been normalized a little bit. Nobody fucking talked about shit before like 1990. And like from 1990 to 2010, everybody just shoved it. Here
Oh, yeah.
recently, everybody's been talking. I don't know. Not saying you go to a doctor or anything, but shit, there's some shit that could help you anyway.
Probably.
Without going to a doctor, you know. I mean,
Well,
shit,
'cause,
that's
like,
awful. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's fucking normal, but like,
Yeah,
it's not
like,
normal. You know what I'm saying?
it's not normal, but it's normal.
To
It's like,
you, but you know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, I like after a while, I was just kind of like, damn, that's kind of fucked.
Damn.
Off to work. It's just-
I forgot. I 100% forgot. Did you have a dream that someone was pissing in your chair that night?
yes.
Oh no.
And it was the worst one yet.
Oh no.
Then you had to wake up to it.
He woke up in a sweat. Oh.
Oh, thank God it was just a dream.
And he
Hey,
comes over
Derek.
and check, and he's just like,
And
Alex
here's
is just.
Alex.
Alex
Here's
is
your
just.
cleaning supplies.
He comes out here. He's like, Alex is just sitting in my chair. Everything's fine. Nah, I had a dream the other night, bro. I had a dream the other night that I was at this party. I was at this like kind of cast party thing, and like what happened was like everybody was having a good time, and then all of a sudden I went outside, right, and I looked up, and it was like I could see like kind of the curvature of the earth, and there were these guys out there, and like there were some bad motherfuckers,
Bad mama jammas.
bad mamma jammas. And no, they were not curved. And I was like, I gotta fuck these guys up. So like I go out there and I'm about to fight, and then my fiance like goes, and by the way, the sky's pink and purple, and it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And she's like, honey, no. It's about to be the turn of the century. So I pull out my phone, I look, it's 11:59, and I'm like, oh my God. So like I kiss her, and then I leave those fuckers outside, and then I go back in and we dance. And it was awesome. And then I was with somebody that I worked with, and like we were just hanging out, and they were like freaking out about something, and I was like, everything's fine. And then I woke up.
That's
You know
hilarious.
those videos, those memes where it's like, all the dreams have a meaning. It's like my dreams, and it's some weird left field shit. I feel like that's what that was. Just like, I gotta
Yeah,
fight these
I can
guys.
show you a photo.
Wait, it's the turn of the century. Don't worry about it. Off to work.
yeah. Yeah. I love those fucking TikToks.
Boys operating.
Could you say that again one more time, loud and clear?
Fucking wanker.
Fucking wanker.
Remember when that was the big thing? We used to say that shit
Like
all the
20
fucking time. I used to say that all the time. Now I say shit like, oh, I just fucking heard that Americans call a flicky flicky willy knocker a fucking light switch. Shit
Ain't
like
that fucking something?
Stinging Roger.
It's Tuesday, isn't it? Stinging Roger.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
You know what the Stinging Roger is?
What?
It's from a little cartoon thing called Big Lizzie Show or something like that. And it's these guys and they're smoking dope. And they got a little joint. And he's like, it's a Stinging Roger. It's Australian. And he's like, fuck's a Stinging Roger? He's like, he's like, don't you just throw that bit out? And he says, no. It's the last bit of the joint, mate. You know, you hit it and it goes, and it fucking burns your fingers and shit. And they're like, don't you just throw that out? And he's like, nah, it's the best bit of the joint, mate.
That's what they call Chinese.
I guess, fuck. And the guy's like, I'm gonna go for it. And he's like, oh my god, he's gonna go for it. And he goes, oh fuck, burn me hand. And they're like, Stinging Roger.
They're right, it's burned me fucking hand.
Burn
They're
me
right, there's a
fucking
Stinging
hand.
Roger. Burn me fucking hand.
I burnt me dick.
Did you show me that shit?
I think I did.
And you showed him that shit? I've
No,
been saying that.
I have no idea what he's talking about right now.
What?
I've never seen
You've
that.
never seen that shit? Burn me fucking hand?
No.
Oh my god. He did show me that shit. I've been saying that for like 2 years now, and everyone has resented me for that. They're
This
like, "Quit
man-
talking like that." I'm like, no, it's the best thing.
This man introduced me to Auntie Donna.
I showed you Auntie Donna.
Oh no, Sheriff.
Oh no.
I'm no lippy fuck.
I'm no lippy fuck. They're coming out with a new thing right now.
Really?
They are.
I think. Have you seen 1999, The Workplace?
You showed it. We watched the entirety of it.
I'm talking about the YouTube channel with all the little individual skits.
Yeah, we binge watched the whole thing.
Yeah, Bigoted Bill.
Bigoted Bill.
Bigoted Bill. And then like he kept saying this shit that was like almost really bad. Like, and it's like, oh, this is horrible. And then he's like, really clean thing, and it's really pure. And then they would go on, and then he was like, you know, Bigoted Bill, I thought you were gonna be a horrible person. He was like, oh, I'm not Bigoted Bill. That's Bigoted Bill, and it's this fucking Nazi.
It's a straight neo-Nazi. She's like, yeah, fuck.
Oh my god, it was bad.
Shoot. My favorite. What was it was a Beast Man or something.
Man Beast.
Man Beast.
I need a new name tag. But no, new office lanyard. And
New office lanyard.
because I am Man Beast.
Show me that shit.
Man Beast.
Holy fuck, bro. Kick my ass. I've been chugging this shit, and it's just under half. It's fairly under halfway. Would you say it's under halfway as to what it was?
Not a chance. It's like 3/4 of what it was. No. 1/4 of what it was.
He's going for it.
Now you drank 5/6, you motherfucker. Fractions.
By fractions. That's a bad infraction, boy.
Speaking of
Right.
fractions, fractures. I heard of something the other day. I was at work. And somebody said something about caring for somebody, and the guy was like,
Where's this going?
"No, just hear me out." He was like, "You know, that's like
We got banned.
what?
Yeah.
What did we do this time?"
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me go look and see.
Is it because I said neo-Nazi?
Maybe.
All right, so while he's looking, I'll go on and tell.
Go.
This guy, like, he was like, you know, it's like deep down within like human nature to care for somebody or something, like to care about something, right? And I was like, what do you mean? They found on a skeleton, like an old skeleton, like from caveman times. Can you like appeal that shit?
I've already tried to appeal before.
If you're watching this right now, and you got us banned on TikTok, fuck you. Hey, fuck you right now. Sorry, I'm just drunk and angry.
If you are watching the TikTok and you're the one who keeps getting us banned, stop watching.
He said the
There's
same.
our rant.
I was just saying, he said the same thing I did, just nicer.
Yes.
It's a comedy show, huh?
There's our rant. We'll get back to the show.
But anyway, it's like in human nature to like care about somebody or something. You know what I'm saying? Because they found like a skeleton from caveman times that had a broken femur. You know, this but like the bone here that was healed. That was healed. Like there was scars and shit. Which means like that, like it showed that it had been set, and that somebody, like, you know, like, cause if this thing is like broke, you're not hunting. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a horse breaking its leg. Like it can't run.
That's fair, but I'll fight you off air on
All right. So what's your argument?
Let's hear it.
I mean, it's not a like. I'm not like.
This isn't
I
a
know.
debate club.
that. I understand. It's not a debate club, so I'm bringing you.
I mean, like,
But now it's on the.
No.
All I'm saying,
I
is I don't
agree
know
with your
shit.
point of view. No, I agree with your point of view.
I was just saying, I don't know shit about the matter, and I definitely don't know shit about
No,
medicine.
everything you said besides
We've taken this box.
that
We're
bone
opening the box.
could have been naturally just healed.
But
I agree with your point. No.
I was
going
gonna
to
say-
nature to bond with other beings.
I was gonna say the femur is not an easy thing
No,
to
it's
fix.
not.
But here's the thing too. If the femur breaks in an incorrect position, that person will die as well.
Yeah.
The femoral arteries, no joke.
Literally
So,
right. on
If
it.
your leg breaks inward opposed to outward, you're dead
basically.
within like 2 minutes.
Less than that.
Yeah, I was saying.
I was given a little room.
It's an artery.
Yeah, that's one of them. It's your femoral artery and your carotid artery. Those are two like big ones that you just don't want to play with that.
Have you ever seen that video of the hockey player getting his...
Oh yeah, and then he got everything patched up and he came back to play the
Dude, that's insane.
like bro, what?
He
Someone
got his
punch his
shit
man
cut
card.
in the first fucking quarter, and then like the doctor ran out in the court and like stopped that shit up, and he was patched up by the third quarter and was playing. I was like, bro, you
He's
just
like,
got your carotid artery.
Get this man a punch in his man card right now.
Dude, that was
Punching his
insane.
man card, punching a legend card. I don't think that should be a requirement for being a man. Because if I got my artery cut, I'd be down for a while.
No, I'd be
Well, like
milking- I'd be
Kentucky
milking that
Ballistics.
shit like a motherfucker.
Like Kentucky Ballistics had his 50 cal blow
Yeah,
up,
it blew up in his
and he
face.
shoved his. That's a punch in your man card, buddy.
That is a punch in a man card.
Exactly.
I feel like, but like I was saying, that's a punch in a legend card because you can't put that like in just a
No,
man.
you don't
card.
Maybe it's like
you
3
don't
punches
punch
in a man
legend
card.
You just receive one.
Well, that's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
receiving a legend card right there. Did you know what happened to this guy?
I heard.
Yeah, his 50 cal exploded and his artery was severed.
He took that shit.
Because
And
he
he
was
fucking-
firing what was called slap rounds,
Huh?
and these are hot rounds. Like these are dangerous. And the 50 cal that he was firing wasn't a regular 50 cal. It was a Serbu something or other, where instead of like putting into a magazine, you'll load it in and you screw a cap on, and then you pull the hammer down and then you'll fire it. It was so hot.
Like a damn.
Like a damn cannon type thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so this round was so hot that it sheared the threads off the cap, shoved the cap into his face, broke his orbital bone. There's a safety mechanism on it where it's like 2 little dog ears, and if it's not tightened down all the way, it won't close. Sheared those off and sent them into his body, sliced down his neck into his lungs, severed his carotid artery, and he's like in a state of shock. And his dad was there, thankfully. His dad's like, "You're bleeding. Like, bad. You're messed up." And he's like, "Huh?" And he like realizes he's bleeding, and he just doesn't think. He takes his shirt, he wraps his thumb around it, and shoves it into his neck.
What?
He shoves his whole thumb into his neck to stop the bleeding. And then they run to the truck, and they're driving as fast as possible. And his dad's trying to keep talking to him because he knows that if he passes out, he'll become relaxed and he'll let go and he'll bleed out. And so like he's doing his damnedest to like stay awake. He survived, thankfully. But that's
Holy shit.
every woman within a
Skip the
50-mile
1 punch.
radius.
Give him a 2 punch. Like,
Yeah, like
holy
3 punch
shit.
in that man card. Like
Yeah.
that dude, every woman within a 50-mile radius got pregnant at that exact moment.
Had to.
Because that was like, I don't consider myself a significant human being. If that happened to me, I would not have the know-withal to be like, oh shit, let me wrap my thumb around my shirt and shove it into my neck to stop the bleeding. I'd be freaking the fuck out, like trying to put pressure on it, but you can't put pressure on it because you could cut blood flow off, and then your brain has an aneurysm, and you die. There's like a whole bunch of nuances to like. He was just like, oh shit. All right, let's go.
And he's
Like,
selling.
It's dumb what like your brain can recollect at that point to not fuck you over.
Like, and
well, so we actually, I think we covered this story before about my brother. So me and my brother both keep a tourniquet on us at all times, anywhere we go. And the reason is because it's the same concept as a condom. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
And I guarantee you, everybody that sees it's like, what the fuck you got the tourniquet for?
Yeah.
And you're like, don't even.
Well, so this came to fruition quite a few years ago. My brother was going down the highway and he saw a motorcyclist, and this truck like cut him off, and he had to lay the bike down. So he gets into a wreck. He gets slung over his bike, and then where the guardrail is, he smacks into the guardrail, and then the bike smacks into him.
Oh my god.
Now,
That's terrible physics.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
that's rough. But they're like, okay, maybe we should pull over to make sure he's okay. Because my brother is first aid trained. He was in the National Guard, so they like gave him basic first
They
aid.
should have been wrapped around one or the other, the bike
Well,
or the rail. Holy
so
shit.
they pull over and they go to check him out, and there's two types of bleeding. There's the dark red kind of bleeding, then there's the bright red pooling,
Fresh. Yeah.
which is like you're bleeding out, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And he runs up to him and he's checking him, and he is pooling actively. It sliced his femoral artery.
Holy.
So this man was on a clock. Time was running out. My brother doesn't even think. He just takes his tourniquet out, just throws it on the guy, cinches it down, tightens it. I think he even took the time to like write the time down so that he doesn't get compartment syndrome. And he just, like it was nothing. And then the paramedics came up and they were like, hey, can I not be here right now? It's like, I don't want to deal with all the red tape. They're like, can I not be here? They're like, some John Doe helped us out, left. Cool, great. And then he left. And then they sent him a new tourniquet in the mail.
oh my gosh.
Holy shit. Did you survive?
He doesn't know, and he didn't want to know.
Good.
Understandably.
Fine.
Because, I mean, if something happened, then that would have been on him. My brother's been dealing with a lot. He's actually, as great of a dude as he is, he's taken on a lot of demons right now, and I'm very proud of like what he's finally become from what he used to be.
I mean, not the caveat, but that, I mean, not to be self-righteous, but that shit matters.
Oh yeah, he's been a pretty big influence on my life so far. And then there was one. Your vape fell between the cushions. Other one. Hi, how are you? The fuck was that? Sound like a pterodactyl just gave birth in my bathroom. Well, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, then there was one. So, not very many interesting things have been happening beyond me having a monster explode on my face and me running a 5K and almost dying of a heat stroke. He's taking a phone call.
I had to blow my nose.
So that was a pterodactyl in the other room. We got to get you a new mic stand, buddy. Yeah, I'm very. God, we're supposed to drink 2 bottles.
Oh, we're gonna do it too. I'm good to go.
I'm
good to
I'm
go.
gonna do it. I am
finished
drinking
mine.
more than.
I finished. Did you say you're drinking more? Did you not see the shit that he poured into my cup a little while ago whenever he was trying to pour it in that other
I was
glass?
gonna say, to be fair, I did pour a little more into mine. But anyway, we're not here to compare dick sizes. We're here to get results.
He's got this, guys. But yeah, Oh my God. This is a big episode.
We're here to get results.
This is a very big episode. Holy dick. Speaking of holy dick, yeah.
Yeah?
It's fucking wild, man. Holy shit. We're good to go.
We're at a special place right now, boys.
We're in a very special place right now. Do you want me to do the perforation since my gain?
This doesn't have perforation. This is a pull tab. But allow me, ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, the opening of the Reign gluten-free 7-time distilled vodka with natural flavors. 80 proof. Gain is going up. Magnificent. Simply beautiful. God, this thing has no smell. I forgot. Oh, no. What a beautiful bottle, though. Still, to this day, a beautiful bottle Reign has produced for us. 7 times distilled. Magic wand. A viddy-giddy-bee. A viddy-giddy-bee. A viddy-giddy-bee. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. I'm sorry, guys. This bottle is also just really fun to play with because it creates like a perfect vortex every single time whenever you shake it. So it's like those old little science experiments where you like try to create a twister in those little tubes. Hello. Hello? What? It should be your mic. Hold on, check your mic. Oh no. Now, yeah, just reselect it. Just. Yeah.
Yeah, we're back in.
Reign has always been like a really beautiful bottle aesthetically, because it's like this blue to just frosted glass that just looks amazing, and a cap. The cap.
The bottle's absolutely gorgeous. I've always enjoyed it. Also, holy fuck.
Not done yet?
Oh, I am.
Oh. Nice.
Oh man, I'm not looking forward to first ones on free with this.
Yeah, me either.
I'm gonna go ahead and pour it. We'll wait for our boy.
Yes, sir.
Yours is a shot and a half.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna fill yours about halfway. I'm gonna fill mine about a quarter way.
So this one was in episode 2 of the 5 o'clock reboot, where we... Oh, that's a bit much there, Chief. Pour it on. Pour it on. You guys are getting a little too far gone. There you go.
I'm sorry this is going everywhere, but it will
It's vodka.
dry.
It'll evaporate. But we originally got this drink because we were broke at the time. We were balling on a budget.
So this was $7 for a 375 bottle.
$7. Now that right there was like $22. So a little bit more expensive, but that's like the actual 750 ml bottle. And so whenever I first saw that, I was like, this should be fine. I mean, the bottle looked cool. So we're like, let's get it. Why not? But we realized how cheap it was. And even for a cheap vodka, this thing was dangerous.
Absolutely lethal. And the fact that I'm starting this is saying something. We're good. We're good. I promise we're good.
We're on good terms.
I'm not gonna go further than I should. If I get to the point where I'm like gonna be in a bad way, I will fucking
I will take
off.
your shots for you.
I'll say I cannot sentence you to such a punishment. I was
But
just
see,
going to say,
here's the
we'll
thing,
just
though.
leave it in the bottle.
But see, here's the thing, though. The difference between you and me is I can handle vodka. Vodka and I are old friends.
See, you can handle vodka and I can handle whiskey. Like, I swear there was like that much more in the bottle whenever he dumped it out in mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I filled this bitch up twice and then dumped it in mine. So that's 4 shots and then probably another 3.
I'm feeling quite toasty.
I'm excited. This is a celebration episode. And by God, we're fucking earning it right now.
I've just been pleased as beans about this whole experience.
Me too. Because like we've said so many times, and especially in the first like 5 or 10 episodes, we do this for y'all. We do 100%. As long as there is one person who watches this podcast, we will do it. But then at the same time, I feel like if that were to lack and nobody watched this podcast, you and I would probably
We'd still do it.
we would still do it because like it is so good for us.
It's fun. It's genuine fun that we get to have once a week. Me and Alex get to sit down and just talk about what's going on in our life. We used to talk a whole lot. We don't talk as much as we used to, which is kind of a shame, honestly. But like, we get so busy and caught up in our day-to-day life, and so many things are going on in our life. You've got a fucking fiance now.
Yeah, I'm planning a wedding.
Yeah, like, that's huge. Now, you don't have to say on the air. You don't have to say right now, but do you know who your best man is going to be? Or is it going to be like your little posse?
I'm not gonna have a best man.
What?
Not gonna have a best man.
Why not?
I have so many close friends.
But you got to have a best man.
Nobody is going to take that title.
Well, see,
Someone will end up standing next to me.
but see, best man isn't a title for like your closest friend. That is who you are going to entrust the things like your ring to. You have to have a best man.
And that's just who's going to be standing next to me when we arrange it.
I mean, you're going to have your groomsmen, sure, but there has to be someone who has that title.
What I'm telling you right now, every single person who will be standing up there with me, I am confident
They're all your best men.
and are able to put my faith in to handle that responsibility with such a degree. Because like my friendships, when I say I have friends, like what I believe my friend term is what many people in this world classify as a best friend. My standard for a friend is what most people's best friend standard is.
Yeah.
So if you're my friend, I put my shit with you. Dude, what? I'm not kidding.
But you lie.
Who do I
Well,
lie
so
to?
the reason why I'm asking that question is because there always has to be a best man, because like it's not like your best friend in the entire world. Like this is my ride or die. This is who you trust to keep your ring safe and also take care of you whenever you have your bachelor party.
That's exactly the filter I was about.
Yeah. But see, yeah,
That is
Always-
okay.
Your godfather is different than your best friend.
That is very true, and I will admit, the person like who I would entrust to like take care of me in such a way. You know what I'm saying?
and see, like, it doesn't even have to be us. Like, I'm not going to be offended if I'm not the best man. So,
Right.
like, but you have to have someone in mind.
I'm not gonna lie. If he did say not to offend you, it would probably be me, but not for me. My parents have some money. Everybody fucking talks about it. Any of my friends.
But it's not even that. I didn't think about the responsibility that a best man has.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They are
Yeah.
your babysitter on your last big night before you're finally locked in to the
person
woman
that
of your dreams.
Yeah, the person that you're gonna call saying, "I don't know what's up, but my shit's important no matter what you have, like what you have in mind." I will say I'm babysitting. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you got going on, my shit's more important than your business. That's the man you're talking about.
Holy fuck, bro.
I think you should probably put some more thought into this.
Yeah.
I think you need to start looking into a
Yeah.
best man, my guy.
I think you should.
Because I'm sure you've got like people who you want involved, and you've got like groomsmen probably somewhat lined up at this point. But like a best man is your guy for the night. Like that's your dude who's gonna be taking care of you for the night, because this is gonna be your night of like the tradition is you're gonna get fucked.
Yeah. I'm not
You're gonna get
lie.
fucked up.
If I was gonna put somebody in the position to set up the entire event and cater it to me, it would be this one. It'd be Alex. But if I had to call somebody that said, no matter how fucked up I am, pick me the fuck up, it would be my dad. Right now, it would be my dad.
100%.
I'm not gonna throw any shade on anybody because I don't do that. But like me and my dad have been pretty close. He literally told me 2 nights. He said, I don't care how fucked up you are, tell me where you're at. I said, okay.
So
Dude,
like
I dead ass. And please don't take this in a bad way, because I don't mean it in a bad way. I envy the relationship and the openness that you have with your parents. My parents have no idea that I do this show. Still, to this day. No clue.
they secretly just know the whole time. They're like,
But
yeah,
I
we
think
knew.
you're just afraid to tell them. They wouldn't give a fuck. You know your mom would not give a damn.
Dude,
But you're just too afraid to tell her, and you know you are.
dude, I told her that I drank, and she cried for a week.
No, you did. But if you were up front, she'd feel so much better. You know it.
Well, she knows I drink, and I talk about it
You're
with
so-
her.
Hide it.
I do kind of, I hide this show from her because,
She doesn't
Straight up.
give a fuck.
dude, dead ass.
She doesn't.
I told-
She doesn't. But
I'm
she
not
does.
kidding. I'm not kidding. I told her that I drink once, maybe twice a week. And I was that like, and that's legit. I don't drink more than that now. Maybe every now and then I'll go off and like drink 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got really bad there for a time, and you know that.
I do.
But I cut back. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And I told my mom about it, right? And I was like, yeah, I drink like once, twice a week. And she would call me and be like, Alex, I really think you're an alcoholic. I'm not kidding. She would be like, I'm worried about you drinking.
You'd bullshit the fuck out of her, wouldn't you? You'd bullshit. You wouldn't you? No, Mom, I ain't. Well, having a bottle in your hand, wouldn't you?
Well, usually I was at work when she would call, so I wouldn't have a bottle in my hand.
You were thinking about it.
No.
I think Alex is a lot more innocent than you give him credit for.
Modest. I wouldn't say innocent.
I would say innocent because even for the time that I've known him, I've never known him to get as hog wild as drinking himself stupid and then pissing and throwing up in people's places. I've never known him to do something that would get him in like trouble.
How long have you known this man?
I've known you for
2019.
probably
3
a
years.
little bit before 2019, I would think.
No.
2005.
I've been
I
friends
met
with this
this
guy since
man
first
in
grade.
first grade, bro.
Well, the Alex that I know now, he's
when
not
y'all
as
met, he was throwing up and pissing in my room.
Yeah.
no, we're just airing out the grievances here. We're just
Dude.
letting Alex Wilson.
Listen, we have made good on so many times about this shit.
And dead ass, like, that's one of the things that I appreciate about, like, our friendship is because we've always, anytime there's
It's
been a
just not that
grievance,
big of a deal.
anytime there's been a grievance, we've always talked about it.
It's not a big deal.
And when I'm in the wrong, I'm like, bro, I know I'm in the wrong. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. And then, like, when you're in the wrong, you have done the same. You have.
I get it, but this is y'all's podcast.
We're talking about everybody here. You're a guest here,
Dude,
man.
you're part of the podcast. Like you're a like recurring guest on the show. Like you're part of us.
I believe is he the no? He's the second guest that we have out twice on the show, right?
You're the
Am I
second
the
guest
first
I've
person?
had.
Have you been on 3 times?
You've been on 3 times.
Have-
Once when I went to Johnson City. Once at my house.
Yep.
Yes.
And then now here. You're the first guest.
You were
that
the
we've
first
had
one to
3
be the
times.
third one on the podcast. So you're you're kind of a
Thank you,
big deal.
I appreciate it.
You're
Hopefully
kind of a big deal
the
around here.
audience.
I'm pretty sure they will.
It's a long one. I don't know if they'll make it to this.
So
We're actually we've been cutting it down to an hour and a half, and we're really close to that right now.
so
This episode's gonna run a little long.
I heard you say.
So I do want to say though, so like in the life that I've had thus far, there's only 2 people who I would have be my best man that I know for a fact. It would be Zach or you, because you two are the only people who I've spent like my time with the most.
Heard.
I've hung out with other people, you know, and I've got a decent relationship with other people, but you guys have been the people I've spent the most time with this whole year. You and him both. So like we have a special bond. Me and Zach have a special bond that it would be a hard choice to pick between the 2 of you. Not to say that I'm getting married anytime soon, because, you know, but it would be a really hard choice.
It's a best man.
What
That's
I've
something
learned,
that's
there's no better time for procrastination when it's time to fucking
It's always the best
Yeah.
time. Like call him up last second, like, hey man, this is kind of last minute, but can you be my best man? It's like,
guys dead ass.
no better decision making. Balls right.
Guys dead ass. I'm still kind of waiting for my fiance's bridesmaids to like answer, because
You gotta fill the lineup,
I've got a lineup. Don't get me wrong.
but you gotta decide which one's to cut. You're waiting on the call back.
Exactly. And anyone who's watching this who's like, oh, I'm gonna be up there, they're gonna see this and be like, he didn't ask me.
Well, don't be hurt, because it ain't like that.
Yeah, like honest to God, I
It's
don't want to hurt
ours.
anyone's feelings. I promise to God I don't. But I have to keep it to the people that I'm super duper close with.
Shit, we're adults, aren't we?
Yes. Exactly.
well, so
Speaking of being adults,
yeah. Let me first check these guys out real quick. Make sure these guys are okay.
Babel, this is the same amount. I'll pour a little bit more into this.
If
I'll give it to you. Good.
Yep.
Don't be sacking up. First one's free on the rain.
first one's free, ladies and gentlemen.
Take me out back and shoot me.
Woo!
It's a long pause between that one, boys. Oh,
Howie.
Oh my God! Are we sure we got the same rain?
I'm 100% sure.
Woo!
I would not. Part of it went down the wrong pipe.
Golly, dude.
Like, there's a way to shoot alcohol, and I can't shoot. I can't shoot shit.
That's why I told you to give me the rest of that, because I knew that was going to be rough, but I had no idea. The first rain that we had was like buttery smooth.
It was this same shit.
holy shit. I have to edit this shit out, but I just smoke after that one. Holy fuck.
That was. Whew. I'm at a loss for words, because that first rain, whenever we drank it the first time, was like water.
You also have had the difference between that time and this is that you've had a third of a bottle of whiskey.
But even then, that should have
No.
been easier to drink.
No. Yeah, no. You gotta go higher shelf, man. Ugh.
That was
That
rough.
was rough.
You see
Anyway.
why I got sick.
Anyway, on to the drinks. I said it, and
And
I'm
feel free to
sticking
opt
it,
out.
boys. You guys
Feel
may
free
cut
to
yourself
opt
off
out.
at any
I
point in
will.
time, but this bottle will be empty by the end of the podcast, whether it's my doing or your own.
I don't tap out. I'll hit the bathroom and come back if I have to. You're a fucking madman, dude.
I
This
made
is-
a promise,
I do.
and I'm
dude,
going to hold myself to that
I
promise.
love it. I'm here for it, but Jesus,
This is-
God, you're a madman.
This is
Oh
the
my-
drunkest. This is the drunkest Derek's ever gotten on the podcast. I just want you to know this is the most alcohol he's consumed on the show.
Yes, it is. And we're going for it. This, like,
I heard and listened to the Fruity Pebble episode. Oh, you almost made my
No,
mistake.
I did
you
make a
motherfucker,
mistake.
and there's no
Fuck.
camera proof.
There is. It's right there. I went.
But
We'll
he gave me a sip
slow-mo
of that
shit.
Fruity Pebble. Oh,
the Bam Bam
my-
vodka. Fuck me.
Dude, that was a mistake from the. Oh my God, I can't. Dude, I would have gotten sick 3-4 times past you guys sick.
That stuff was zesty.
Dude,
Do you want one?
not a damn chance.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
we probably don't want to let him take anymore. He's already
Oh,
looking
you
pretty good off.
you were a couple drinks in when you got here.
He's looking like he's in a good spot. But I'll tell you right now, that first one's free was not the same as our first time drinking that rain.
I will say, I'm mixing this with something so much better than I did the first time.
No fingers. Use that fucking fork.
No, that's got chocolate and stuff on it.
No, but he does not need to just just start on the top.
Bro, we good. Promise. I stirred that shit. It was moving.
We're gonna end up with a 75-25 mixture by the end.
All orange at the end.
That's how you
I'm
want
okay
it.
with all orange at the end.
That's fair.
As long as I
You-
get my shit. If it's
That's fair.
75-25 vodka at the bottom, I'll be hurling.
Man, there's so much. I was watching whoa.
Oh.
So we did talk about Unis Honest at a certain point in the podcast, like one of my favorite channels that ever existed. Thinking about that channel reminds me a lot of like our podcast, except our podcast is ongoing.
Yeah, like their podcast had millions of people.
It wasn't a
Their
podcast show.
It was a show. Their show had millions of people watching.
I know y'all are
At their
clued in.
close.
So
Do you
go
know-
ahead.
do you-
Finish. Go ahead.
I want to ask you. Do you know what Unis Honest is
No,
about?
I was gonna say before. Like, I know y'all are clued in, but I am not. I don't know. It's intriguing.
So, Unis Honest was a channel created by Markiplier and Crank Gameplays back in, it's like 2 years ago.
that sounds fire.
It was amazing.
And they released an episode every day.
Every
It-
single day
It
for an
wasn't
entire
gameplay,
year.
It was something wild. They did something every single day.
Really?
They released an episode a day for a year as a fuck off, as like, or not fuck off, as like a fuck all.
Allow
anything
the
goes.
veteran to explain.
Yeah, you're in a better condition than I am.
So, whenever they first started this, it was called Unis Honest, which means 1 year. The premise was that after a year of uploading, they were going to delete the channel. This was well known since the beginning, since the conception of the channel. After a year, after they finish the channel, it'll be deleted. Their slogan was Memento Mori, which means remember death. So what it was to show you that nothing is permanent. Life comes to an end. And they explained it so that you understand nothing is ever permanent, everything is temporary. So after a certain point, we all die. That's just a natural known fact.
That was the theme of the channel.
Yes.
Get it?
And so whenever the channel finally ended last year, for the death anniversary, they've revisited the coffin that they had custom made.
Nice.
And they like
What? They're dropping ep on the channel?
no, like the channel's done. It's been deleted. But on their own separate channels, they went and visited the grave of the coffin that represented Unis Honest. And they kind of like talked as if they were talking to an old friend, talking about all the great things that they did and how much they missed it and how much they missed each other. And they just released a new episode, a new video on it, where it was like an interview, but they were like facing away from each other, so they could hear each other, but we couldn't hear them. So they were having like a conversation. It was 2 separate videos on each channel. So we had Markiplier and Crank Gameplay both talking separately, because it still like sets into the fact that Markiplier, who was one of the Unus Annus characters, was no longer able to speak to his counterpart. So as he's speaking, he can't directly speak to them, because after this, they're gone. So it's like they're speaking to an old friend. And it's really fucking deep. It actually hit me in my feels way more than it should have, because he said something that was like existential. He said, the more that we're doing this, if we keep doing this, one of these days, eventually, one of these chairs will be empty. Then, but he also did follow it up with, because one of us got canceled, but it was still that concept of one of these days.
You're only there because somebody wants you there.
Well, no, like you're there because you're alive.
Ooh, shit. That's
And
even
so-
deeper than I went.
Yeah, and so like
Damn.
eventually he said that eventually one of these chairs will be empty, meaning one of them would have passed.
Yeah.
And that hit me in a completely different way. We
got off track a little.
well, so like me and my friends are supposed to be playing Dead by Daylight. So like I headed home, I saw they posted the video, I got super excited and I started watching the videos, and and I was like watching it after he said that, I was like, holy fuck. I remembered that like life is fleeting. Humans always forget that like you're not immortal.
Yeah.
There will come a time that you die. And so I was like, fuck, like I'm emotionally not prepared and not okay right now. I even told him in the group chat, I was like, I am not okay right now.
You're living history.
Yeah. And that's something that always like blew my mind of, eventually I will leave this place and I will be nothing but a series of memories, but even the memories will disappear because people just won't.
They stop telling the stories.
Well, at least you're doing your fucking part. You're leaving a digital footprint in the age where shit's transforming again.
As long as YouTube remains to exist, yeah.
I
I
mean,
was
like,
saying, like-
you're on Spotify, you're on iTunes, you're on fucking
Not
YouTube.
iTunes yet, just
Okay.
Spotify and YouTube. I haven't figured out how to do iTunes
Well,
yet.
shit. Regardless, you're leaving a digital footprint. I mean, shit. I haven't done shit, at least on digital.
But
footprint
see,
anyways.
even with us doing this every single week for a year, this doesn't matter,
But you
because you've left your footprint somewhere. Everyone does. In
There's
this
more of a
digital
chance
age.
for someone to find the 5 o'clock reboot with the attention it's got. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but see,
You've at least put in effort.
in this digital age, though, somewhere you have been immortalized in the digital age. Especially, well, I mean, first off, you've been a guest on here 3 times. You have officially been immortalized in the digital age for as long as YouTube and Spotify are a platform.
100%.
But that still brought to my attention of like, eventually, we won't be able to do this anymore.
Yeah. If we keep drinking like we do tonight, it'll be sooner than later.
But like, it hit me kind of hard because like, oh my God, like there's going to be a time where me and Alex aren't able to do this anymore.
We won't be talking about our weeks, bro.
And I was
Down
like,
here.
that's why it hit me so hard,
Say
because I
not
was like,
down here.
my day-to-day things that I do, eventually, like I won't be able to do them.
Somebody else will be doing them in your place.
Yeah. And I was just like, that means like eventually I won't be able to do my day-to-day tasks. I won't be able to go out and go work. I won't be able to do my weekly podcast with my buddy Alex. I won't get to sit down and edit it. I was just like, fuck.
You know,
But that brings in the whole conversation of legacy and like who you pass down your knowledge to. That gives a different like like that whole train of thought gives a whole different meaning to life. Because it's like, shit, I'm going to die. Let me pass on the good shit that I know to somebody else.
Yeah, like, could you imagine this show
Have you
getting...
ever, sorry, not to cut you off again.
Go.
But have you ever seen like the Coco movie?
Yeah.
You know, like when how they emphasize if you're forgotten about, you kind of pass. Just what you were saying. But as long as you're remembered, your shit goes on and on.
You
and
live on in the memories of others. You never truly die until people forget
but
about
even
you.
in memory, but like it's not even just memories. It's just like the shit that sticks to you. You know?
Yeah, like, I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. It's
There's
not
much
even the
more
memories,
meaning
it's
to
the
life.
stories.
I just
Yeah.
feel like everything's gone, like in this day and age, everything's kind of just meaningless. Just live in the fucking moment. It is, but it's not that way. You know? I mean,
Like,
Well,
you want to get it. You want to get
playing
into
a sticky game in politics.
Yeah, if you wanted to get like and preserve this for a little bit longer, you know what I mean? The show itself, right? Let's say we get old. We're gonna be working. Don't get me wrong. It would be like passing the show down to new co-hosts that are younger, and then you teaching them how to edit, and then them taking over. That would be the show living on. But it's the people who listen and the stories that we tell, and the people who remember the stories that we tell, and tell the stories of us to others that pass down, that would allow us to live on through time. And what you're saying is all that eventually does fade out, and I get it, because I'm a big folk music guy. I am a folk music artist. I will say it. I sing some old fucking songs. That's what I do. Those songs will eventually fade out into nothing. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like, unless you make it big, right? So let's say, for example, like Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Johnny Cash is not going anywhere anytime soon. Those are still two people that I hear talked about to this day, even with young folks. Young folks.
Young folks. You're
Young-
25
them
years
youngins.
old.
But like, those are still people who are still relevant to like our generation and younger generation,
But that's
they're-
because we pay heed to the older generation.
and we give back to it. That's like the big thing, is eventually the idea kind of fades out. But I mean, you got the king of rock and roll and the man in black, and you got you got Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Three people who will never die out.
Yeah,
Their memory will always be remembered.
100%.
What?
Our generation.
Even in our generation.
I have younger. Do you have like 6
What's up,
years
Miles?
of age difference between siblings?
Well, see, so
Everything that's in our generation that's like minimal, they don't know a damn about.
of course not. So
But it's so tragic.
well, so like my little sister, who's like, she's like half my age. She still knows people like Johnny Cash, Michael Jackson, things like that. She knows I do a podcast, but I won't tell her what it is because she does not need to see her brother get messed up on alcohol once a week. But like people like that are gonna live on in well, not in infamy. They're gonna live on. They're famous, and they will always be famous. And that's like the big thing, is remembering those before us so that they may live on. I have no idea where this is
I wasn't
going.
discrediting. Sorry, back to the original. I wasn't discrediting your opinion. This day and age, I feel like nobody cares. This is like, I'm like the generation under us, like a year, 2, 3, 4 years, doesn't give a fuck about the previous generations.
So to add to that, I make a joke on my bar tours all the time about Billy Mays.
Yeah.
You know who Billy Mays is. You know who Billy Mays is.
Yeah. You're Flex
People
Seal.
give me a dumbfounded look whenever I make a mention of Billy Mays, and it hits me. People who are born like 2000 and after have no idea who Billy Mays is, and that blows my mind because it's like this was the man of infomercial.
Yep.
He was the OxyClean man. Billy Mays here with OxyClean with blah, 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 blah. And it's like kids don't know who he is. Just
2001.
And I was
Nobody.
saying, yeah.
Nobody.
it
And it's
blows
because
my
they-
mind.
Because whenever people think about like Flex Seal and shit like that, they think about John
Phil Swift.
You know, but
Nah.
they have no clue about the guy that
The
airplane
man
hit
who
turbulence
started
on its
it
way
all.
down, and he hit his head and died.
This
The man-
This man could have.
This dude could literally sell home insurance to a homeless guy.
Yeah.
Like the classic saying, this man could literally sell you car insurance if you've never bought a car in a day in your
He
life.
could buy Jordans.
Phil-
He could, yeah.
Phil Swift ain't got shit on Billy Mays.
He
That
could sell
dude
ice
was
to an Eskimo, yes.
amazing as an infomercial salesman.
But then again, do you think that the reason we say this about that man is because he's dead now?
No.
no,
No. That
because
shit
there was the
really
guy who
didn't
did
even- Not even gonna equate, but we're
What's-
like he was on Steve Irwin level. Steve Irwin was a legend.
what's his name? What
That's
was the
true.
what was the product? The towel,
The
ShamWow.
the ShamWow.
Yeah.
No one talks about him because he wasn't that big of a deal. He don't get me wrong, the dude was like enthusiastic and he had a way of like getting in your head of like
time.
you need to buy ShamWow. But Billy Mays was fucking OxyClean. Let me show you this demo right here. Stain, boom, OxyClean.
You got period blood and dog shit right here.
You've got
OxyClean.
you've got the
Fucking
blood of your dead
100%,
relatives.
bro.
Stain is gone, and it's just like new. Like
You were coming through on my mic just as good as you're coming through on yours. I just want you to know.
fuck. More drink.
I already made my second. We're almost done with rain.
Don't you touch that.
I'm not
Okay.
going to touch it again after I
That is
finish this
mine.
glass.
Not to shift the conversation.
Please
but
do.
I've been itching to get on the topic of conspiracy theories.
Yes. Yes. Let's
Okay.
hit it with my loosely bound mind. Let's see what kind of conspiracy theories you knock loose in my brain.
Okay,
what,
so
no, what do you think about
Antarctica. Let's not talk about Antarctica. Let's talk about something a little more
But it's
important.
the government's role in concealing Antarctica. I'm more curious
But-
about.
Well, I think you're thinking of Arctica or whatever it was called.
Agartha?
Do you guys
the
remember
Agartha Network? Yeah,
that gigantic continent that was at the North Pole?
No. That's the
He's talking about the way
the shit that
to
the all the NATO countries have agreed not to touch Antarctica.
the shit that that Hitler
The
was trying to get to before he died.
He was trying to get to Antarctica?
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he motherfucking was.
What?
He did. Okay, so I'm gonna tell
Did
you,
not.
Hitler was on a mission in World War II to uncover relics
In
of significant
Antarctica.
importance, not just in Antarctica, but uncover relics from the Bible.
Unfortunately, non-officially, this was the exact wage of World War II.
Okay, it
To
wasn't.
uncover the world's bullshit.
Okay, so Hitler sent out teams to uncover certain quote-unquote wonders of the world, which were legends, right? For example, the spear that pierced Jesus Christ's side while he was being crucified so that he would die. Because the whole thing with being crucified is that you would suffocate to death, right? Because when you fucking when your arms are held up and your body weight's doing that, you can't breathe.
And
Right.
Jesus fucking didn't.
Exactly. Like if your legs aren't like
Unfazed.
after so much time when you're crucified, after an X amount of time, if you weren't dead, Roman soldiers would break your legs so you couldn't stand. That way,
So you couldn't hold yourself up even more.
since you couldn't hold yourself up, your arms were so far, like it was at a certain degree, you couldn't breathe.
They go farther past that.
So
they break your
you-
fucking shins
that you
so
couldn't-
you couldn't stabilize yourself.
You
So-
couldn't breathe. Hold on. And since that was the case, before they did that, there was a spear that pierced Jesus of Nazareth's side.
Yes.
And when that spear pierced his side, it flowed forth water, which is what the book says, and it is living water. You don't have to believe it. I believe it. I'm a Christian. That's not the point of this conversation. That spear is part of legend.
Yes.
That
Does not
spear
still exist.
Hitler was after it.
He
You
most
say-
certainly was, but does not still exist. It was not that important, I promise.
Well, so
The Roman
But
soldiers, it was not that important.
They were after that kind of shit, but they were after shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Hitler read of a world under our world, which is under our world. It's
quote unquote the Agartha network.
the Agartha network, which
Does that
leads-
open up a
which
I am
leads
now-
to
keep
People
talking.
have-
I'm
people
listening,
have
but
known
I'm going
about
to
the
start looking
Agartha
this up.
network since the early thousands.
which leads to the land under the world, in which people don't age, right? It's the land of giants. I know that.
It is, but I don't know much about it.
The land of giants. I'm pretty
'Cause
sure
I'm
people don't
about
age.
factual knowledge,
I listened to a
and there's
podcast.
nothing more about the Agartha network.
Hold on. Let's.
The only thing that I've heard about the Agartha is that people don't age. That's the only thing that I've heard.
I've not heard that.
It's from a bullshit podcast that I've heard
Hold
called
on.
This
So-
Paranormal Life. I love you guys, Paranormal Life. But
Hold on.
this is the information I've gathered.
Alex.
I don't discredit.
So I'm looking at. I looked up Agartha. Agartha has nothing to do with Antarctica.
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So it's a legendary kingdom said to be located at the Earth's core.
Yep.
Which is, they get to it
But-
through Agartha in Antarctica.
The Agartha network is what I was referencing, and that is the cave system that leads to the center of the Earth.
Shit.
I've been
Hit-
on a few rabbit holes.
Hitler sent
Have you ever heard of the red dust theory?
One topic at a time, please. My
Sorry.
brain can only handle so much.
Hitler sent a team to Antarctica before he died. And he was alive during this time. To Antarctica to uncover the way to Agartha,
And what I
which
just
is the
mouthed,
center of Earth.
Two
Agartha.
of them out of the 18 survived.
To Agartha, which is this mystical land that he was talking about. Do you want to know something wild, Derek? You know how you learned in middle school and shit how there was the mantle and the core of a planet?
Yeah.
Did you know that that's a theory? That is a theory.
I know you're putting way too much. You're putting way too much weight into that. Everything is a theory. Nothing is 100%
Hold on.
true. There is a mantle and there is a crust of the earth.
I was gonna say let's
Don't
let's
get
put a
that
pin
wrong.
in that
I'm
real
talking
quick.
about a core, bro.
There is a core
Listen,
of the earth, but
There is, but when you talk about, like, they
Okay.
teach this shit as if it's fact because they don't
because
take
it
it back.
is fact, but they leave out the layer between such
That's true, but
that they say has never been penetrated.
you and I are saying the same thing, Joe.
I
You and I are
understand, but
saying
you're
the
putting
same
way
thing.
too much emphasis on it.
I have to say theory because, as far as people go, if you say it is a fact,
But in academic knowledge that we are male and female is a theory.
Hold on.
holy fuck!
Pull Pull.
We're gonna come back to that later.
Pull.
I want you to revisit that here in a bit.
Pull that.
Joseph,
Hold on.
hey,
Put a pin.
hey,
Put a pin in it.
hold on.
Put a pin. So. Put a pin. Put a pin. Put a pin in it. So. Are you okay? What are you doing? Fuck. Ah. Woo.
Dude, you're not tightening enough. You're bitching out a tad.
Well, his thing is old as well, so it's kind of like shit. We're supposed to get him a new mic stand sometime within the near future because that thing is just
That's pretty bad.
fuck.
But where did we lose you? Now that he's gone.
So you guys covered a lot of fucking ground.
Yeah.
So I actually legitimately had no idea that the Earth's layers was just a theory. I had no idea.
That's what I was trying to say. I mean, like, technically, everything is a theory. Cells are a theory. Nothing can. This is on the grounds that nothing can be 100% proven to be true without, like, the 0.0001%. We all know that there are cells, atoms, and they're in between.
So because
You can cling to that theory all day long.
well, like clinging to a theory is different from like fact. I thought that would like
no, the mantle and crust are definitely a thing.
well, like the crust I think is definitely a thing, but I don't think we've dug deep enough to find the mantle.
No, because technically, at least by academic theory, it's impossible because
Well, not the mantle.
but like to the crust, I mean, technically, at least the one time that it's been documented, we dug that deep. There has been whales and springs to the earth.
Let me see if we've dug to the mantle.
We haven't. But with all the scientific data that we have collected and received, we have at least known that it gets so fucking hot the farther we go.
So no one has ever drilled to the mantle before, but there has been half a dozen serious attempts decades ago. The Russians drilled deeper than anyone has ever gone. Their Koala super deep borehole was started in 1970 and still holds the world record for the deepest hole in the ground, but they didn't reach the mantle.
And 2 people died in that hole.
Woo.
At least 2 people died in that hole.
I gotta pee.
But they
I
said
don't
there's
know your
more
business.
shit out there than we can comprehend. You know what the world does? We're going to the fucking moon. They shift our view after we find out about Antarctica. They shift our view to off the planet.
And that's what Mars has been
But-
focusing about.
Hold
That's
on.
what they're doing
But then,
Hold on.
1957.
No, that's mine. Alex Wilson, you give me that bottle right now.
But
Oh. Why?
1957, they start the talk of not letting anyone else
Why?
enter that fucking area without supervision.
Now, but let me stop you right there. That theory doesn't make any sense. Now, here's why. The reason why we decided to do the moon landing. Well, first off, the moon landing didn't happen for several decades after. We started experimenting with space travel way after 1950s.
Yeah, we did.
But to say that we shifted our attention from Antarctica to that in decades, that doesn't make any sense. But the reason why we went to the moon was as a space race.
But you're also talking about deadlines.
You don't want to talk
when
about
deadlines, when things start and
You
things
don't
get
want-
accomplished.
You don't want to talk about space race because Russia sent their people to space before the United States did.
They also killed
Yes.
triple the amount trying.
Negative.
They did because
Negative.
the United States cares more than Russia.
Negative.
You don't think so?
They didn't, because they sent more animals up into space before they sent humans. You boys,
But
you boys watch Salmonella.
But
You
listen,
fucking troglodytes.
listen here.
Hi. This is Derek from the future, who just finished editing the episode. Well, as you're about to see, and if you're on Spotify, you're about to hear, I do apologize if you're listening to this on Spotify. You're about to witness our good buddy Alex going down a bit of a rabbit hole. He drank far more than we expected, and we love the guy to death, but we really should have cut him off sooner. Here's a cut up of all the things that we got to pull from that were basically gems. So enjoy. Okay, buddy?
I was about to tell you that I'm gonna cut off.
Yeah, we're cutting you off. You
Dude,
start
more-
drinking.
I was
Start
gonna
drinking
say,
that.
do you have any water?
And just like that.
Respect for the people, which is what I was saying earlier.
I don't give a fuck. I would tell my wife. I don't care. And then my wife would tell my kids, and my kids would tell their friends.
It's what I was saying.
Word of the mouth is stronger than people think.
If you tell your wife, she's gonna tell others. What I was saying is, if you tell somebody that somebody has cared for you, they're gonna tell
God.
others.
Alex, you're done.
Fuck you.
The fact that you can't even look me in the eyes and tell me that, you don't need any more. You're
I'm
done.
looking you in the eye right now.
You couldn't look me in the first place. You're done.
I can't keep an eye. Guys, I did ask want us to finish this bottle. I want everybody
bottle's
to have
finished.
it
Bottle's
dry.
done.
Your glass has so much done. I have water before I go to sleep. Is water?
God.
Dear
Limits.
God.
Water.
Woo!
Limits
Woo!
are not Alex's.
Woo!
Don't touch.
Can you put this on?
Yes.
I'm gonna throw up if I'm gonna get sick.
Well, yes, but are you gonna get
Are you
sick
gonna
right now?
Get sick.
I'm gonna get sick on the podcast if I throw up. 100%. You know this because you my bro. Derek, I'm not gonna throw up on this podcast.
I think you're sounding like you're about ready to pop.
I'm not ready to pop. Guys, we're on a good conversation. Talk it! Get the truth out!
The emotions are running high before the empty.
Talk!
I don't know what to talk about, man.
It's about laughter. The government put that as a submersive. Talk it. Joseph is ready to know because he isn't aware.
I am just as drunk as you, Alex. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
I'm about to.
Tell about the truth the government is ready to share. This isn't the time.
Birds are fake.
This is birds are fake. You fucking fake. This is the time. Tell it.
Okay, easy, Tiger. We got neighbors.
I'm sorry, I worked him.
Birds are fake. This isn't the time.
Listen, the sun's going down, big fella.
If I throw up, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
God, I've got
Talk.
I'll
You
make-
too. Talk. Truth has to go out to the people. The truth has to go out to the people. I gotta finish. I mean it. I'm
So-
not going to throw up this episode of 5 o'clock reboot with y'all. With that, y'all, we love you. We care about you. We thank you for liking, subscribing. Y'all comment if you feel that you were led. But y'all, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. We will take care of you. In a sense, quote unquote. Have a wonderful night. We hope that you have a wonderful week. We're going to contact you next week. We're going to get like this next week.
Alex?
Finish up the episode.
Okay. Alex. So, tell the people how Screwball has treated you thus far. Let's talk about Screwball first.
Screwball has treated me great. Screwball, 5 o'clock out of 5. Screwball is phenomenal. Flavor, I made everything. The experience, Screwball is a 5 out of 5. Y'all. Screwball is not the reason the way that I am. Thank you, Joseph. Let go of your arm.
Alex, answer the question.
Screwball is amazing.
Put your arm down.
Screwball is perfect. Screwball is what you need.
Screwball.
Screwball have gotten me to the point where I was fucked up. I am butt naked. I have no clothes on.
Alex, we haven't reached that point yet.
Alex is fully clothed.
No, Alex, no, my precious
Alex is fully
boy.
clothed.
Joseph.
Screwball is fantastic, and I hate that Alex has taken it out to this point, but we've had a great time here on the podcast, and Derry will finish the...
I tell you what, we're gonna finish this podcast out as soon as possible, because clearly we need to take care of our buddy here. I will personally say that Screwball has gone a bit lower from my point A to point B. Fuck.
I don't know, but you were spitting a pretty good game about it a minute ago. But we'll leave it at that.
It was decent. It was decent, but like it tasted like kettle corn, and it was a little hard to drink. But over ice, it was actually really good over
I'll
ice.
second that.
That was actually really good. I'd give it about a 450.
Come on, you're lowballing.
A little bit there, 455 at the most, because it was still enjoyable to drink. I definitely have changed from point A to point B, but now, Joseph, what did you think about the Rain vodka?
The rain was kind of rough.
Yes.
Honestly, after a whole bottle of Screwball, the rain was kind of rough.
Yes.
Even if you go back to the earlier in the episode, you will hear that I said maybe try a higher shelf.
Yes. You did say try higher shelf earlier
I
today.
don't mean to be disrespectful, but it's a little rough.
Alex, Bobby,
Yeah,
gotta keep you awake, buddy.
I'm awake.
Oh, it's gonna be a long night.
It is.
I'm awake, my brother.
Not for very long.
I would consider Rain vodka to be about a 3:45, 4 o'clock at most.
I'm
Just
giving it a 2:30. 2:30. Guys, their flavor is, if it's mixed, it's great. But if the flavor throws you, it's shit. Rain is shit. Rain,
We
you're getting
appreciate-
fucked.
Anyway,
Hey, I hear you. I hear you.
anyway, buddy,
I love you.
reel,
But, hey, hear me. Hear me.
reel it in.
Rain.
Mute his mic. Mute the
If you
mic.
hear- fuck off. If rain, if the flavor of the vodka of Rain itself shows through, it doesn't taste that good. If rain is covered, it's good, but it is a half at best. Because
Rain is to add to mixer, and we'll leave it at that.
But, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's pretty clear where Alex is at in the clothing menu. I'm just about the same way. I won't even lie to you. I'm stumbling enough as is trying to walk from point A to point B. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share us around, join us on Discord. Let us know what we guys are doing. And with that, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow the Instagram, talk to us in Discord, and we'll be catching you guys in the next episode. Bye.